Hi everyone, welcome to today's poetry lesson. Okay, today we're going to look at poetry using personification. So the learning objective is to understand and explore the use of personification in a poem. So what's personification? So personification is when you give human qualities and human characteristics to an object, animal or idea. So it'll be more, I'll explain it more as we move on. Okay, so personification means using human qualities to describe an object or an animal. The actual word personification contains the word person. So if we say, instead of saying the sun is shining, we might say that the sun is smiling down on us. So we've given it a human quality. The sun, we wouldn't normally say, oh, the sun's smiling at me. But we use it, it's used in writing actually, and it can give lots of emotions and feelings. So when we say the sun is smiling down at us, it's a positive feeling about the sun. Well, we could turn it round and say the sun is glaring down at us, and that's quite a negative feeling about the sun. It wouldn't be happy if it was glaring at us. So personification adds great imagery and emotional feelings to our writing, which we can relate to because we all use these words every day ourselves. So here we go. So personification, when things or objects are referred to as if they're human. So you're really making them human. So things are personified, that are personified are described as though they have senses, moving actions and feelings like humans and animals. So if you look underneath at the example, it's got the paper was dancing through the air. The stones were skipping along the pavement. The next one says the wind whispered. Now, that's good, but I just don't think there's enough there. The wind whispered. Well, where's it whispering? But we'll come back to that. And the same with the stars winked at me. We often say if someone's baking cakes, we'd say, oh, those cakes have got my name on it. But it says here, these cookies are calling my name. The next one is the evil tree was lurking in the shadows. The angry clouds marched across the sky. Love that one. If we look back at the wind whispered, well, what's it doing? So I would probably put more to that. Just the wind whispered is not enough for me if you're doing a poem. So it would be the wind whispered through the dark, dank forest. Something like that. Other stars winked at me as they danced in the night sky. I would have to extend those ones to make it into my poem. Just the stars winked at me wouldn't be enough. So let's have a look. So let's have a look at some examples here. So this one's using personification using the weather. So they've turned the rain, they've given the rain an emotion that we have. So the rain wept down the window, and that sort of creates a sad mood. The rain wept down the window. It's quite a sad mood it creates. It's really good personification at creating emotions and feelings and what kind of atmosphere is around us. So the wind screamed through the branches. That's quite a tense mood. The next one is the breeze murmured through the trees. That's quite a happy mood. The snow smothered the town. Well, that word smothered makes it kind of tense and claustrophobic mood. So when you're smothered in your duvet, you know, it's nice in your duvet, but if you were smothered and you couldn't get out, it'd feel very claustrophobic. So they're very useful for creating moods, even in stories, not just poems. So let's have a look at this one. Okay, this is one I really like this one. It's called Dinner Time Chorus by Sharon Hendricks. So the teapot sang as the water boiled. The ice cubes cackled in their glass. The teacups chattered to one another while the chairs were passing gas. The gravy gurgled merrily as the oil danced in a pan. Oh, my dinner time chorus, what a lovely, lovely clan. So if we look at the everyday things used opposite, you can see how they can be brought to life really easily by giving them human qualities. So that teapot, it sang. The ice cubes cackled. The teacups chattered to one another while the chairs were passing gas. The gravy gurgled merrily. Well, they've used alliteration on that line. Gravy gurgled merrily as the oil danced in a pan. So it's just giving those human things, those human feelings really, and human verbs, the verbs that they use. The teacups chattered. What are they doing? They're chattering. What's the ice cubes doing? They're cackling. So it's actually finding really nice verbs that we'd use with each other to make them alive, really. There's one here, the next one, it is by somebody, the poem opposite is by Pi Corbett. He's focused his poem on the city and the things you might find in or around the city. And he's marked alliteration in red for added effect. So he's used alliteration in red: cars, crews, hunched houses, gutter, gargles. Okay, so I'm just going to read this one to you. So it's called City Jungle. So rain splinters town. Lizard cars cruise by, their radiators grin. Thin headlights stare, shop doorways keep their mouths shut. At the roadside, hunched houses cough. Newspapers shuffle by, hands in their pockets. The gutter gargles. A motorbike snarls, dustbins flinch. Streetlights bare their yellow teeth. The motorway's cat-black tongue lashes across the glistening tarmac of the night. So he's done a little poem just about being in and around the city and the things you'd find there, and sort of changed them into kind of human. So dustbins flinch or hunched houses cough. You wouldn't normally describe houses like that. Right, moving on. It's using verbs and adverbs that allow us actually to do this, to change it, to give an object feelings by giving it something we'd use, a word we would use for ourselves. So we use verbs, which are the doing words, to give objects human qualities. So, for example, coughs, shrieks, sings, dances, screams, sighs, creaks, wriggle, or you could have wriggles, yells, jiggle or jiggles, groans or groaning, grumbles, etc. So we use adverbs which describe a verb. So sings merrily, we could put sings merrily. So merrily is the adverb that we are adding to sings. Screams angrily. So it's another adverb. Now adverbs, they don't all have ly, but they're good to use in our poem today. So grumbles impatiently, etc. So adverbs that you could use are furiously, angrily, indignantly, mischievously, stubbornly, merrily, impatiently, softly, anxiously, restlessly, etc. There's loads of ly adverbs. Not all adverbs, like I say, have ly, but they are good to use in our poem today. So we're going to have a look and see, trying to make this sort of reasonably sort of structured for you. So how to build a personification poem. But if we just think about getting up in the morning, we can use personification to describe it. So you've got things of when you would get up, like the alarm clock, the duvet, the floorboards, the wardrobe, the clothes, the joggers, the jumper, the trainers, the door, the room. So if we go through this and have a look at them. So if you put the alarm clock shrieks at me to wake up and turn it off. So he's got that, he's angry. The alarm clock, when it goes off, it makes you jump. So the alarm clock shrieks to wake me up and turn it off. The duvet, well, we always push the duvet away from us, so the duvet sighs indignantly as I push it from me. Now you've got the floorboards. The floorboards groan irritably as I tread across them. And then you've got the wardrobe, where you're pulling open the wardrobe. So the wardrobe resists You could have indignantly, you could have another word. The wardrobe resists angrily as I pull it open. So the clothes, now I had to think about this one. So the clothes jiggle merrily as they vie for my attention. So clothes, you're always thinking, oh, which one shall I wear? And then some jump out at you and some don't. So the joggers groan angrily as I put my legs in there. The jumper waves its arms around in protest. The trainers dance mischievously as I try to put my feet in them. The door to my bedroom, this would be, the door creaks open softly. The room sighs in relief as it goes back to sleep. So there's loads of things that you can put for this. So this is just getting up in the morning from your alarm clock ringing, pushing your duvet back, walking across your floorboards to the wardrobe, grabbing your clothes, putting on your joggers, your jumper, your trainers, going to the door, and then the room sighs as it falls silent once more. So you can really see that you can use the kind of language that we use to describe these objects. You don't have to use getting up in the morning. I've got a couple of ideas on the last page. So it's your turn. You don't have to do one about getting up in the morning. You could use kitchen appliances, so the things you have in your kitchen, like your kettle, cooker, microwave, etc. Or you could do one in a car. So you've got the engine, the headlights, the gears, the indicators, etc. Don't know all the parts of a car myself, but I'm sure you'd be able to find loads more things that are in the steering wheel. Lots of different things. But remember, don't just put one word answers like the kettle sang. How's he singing? Sang merrily or angrily. So the kettle sang merrily, tell me to switch it off. And for the car one, you could put the headlights stare intently at the black rolling tongue ahead. Or you could even extend that one and say the headlights stare their yellow eyes intent on the black rolling tongue ahead. So there's loads of opportunity. There's loads of things you could do it on. You could do it on the playground at the park. There's loads you could do it about. Pick a theme though, because it's better. Like I say, I'll go back to this one. I've picked a theme of just getting up in the morning and how I can use personification to describe getting up in the morning from my alarm clock. Don't say the alarm clock rings, because that's what they do normally. Either you've got to give it that human thing, so it shrieks, yells, something like that, screams, in protest. You know, it's trying to wake you up. It wants to switch off. It wants to go back to sleep, kind of thing. And the duvet was nice and comfy. Doesn't want to be pushed. Sighs impatiently. And the floorboards when you get up, and you're waking them up as well. You've just got to imagine that they are alive and they are feeling, they're angry at being disturbed in the morning. They don't, apart from the clothes, are obviously happy, choose me kind of thing. So have a go at this. Choose your theme that you want to do. You can do this one, or you can choose a theme of your own. And good luck, and I look forward to seeing them. Bye for now. Bye.